Okay, now let us get into this evidence. And with this evidence, we will use to connect some dots to show you the time and season we are living in. And you need to understand you cannot trust people. Not everyone you can eat from. You cannot trust people these days and just eat as you please. Now let us get into this evidence. The Baltimore serial killer who turned victims into burgers and sold them to public. Joe Metheny was convicted of killing 2 women in 1996, but later claimed to have killed a total of 10 people. He would sometimes turn his victims into burgers and sell them. A monstrous serial killer who once terrorized Baltimore by murdering and dismembering sex workers and homeless individuals in the 1990s gruesomely turned some of his victims into burgers and sold them to clueless customers as part of a twisted game. No, this individual, Joe Metheny, it is said that he was on drugs. He was a drug user and he's from a very disturbing background, right? So definitely I can see that this person is possessed, right? It is also said that he would sometimes smother their flesh in barbecue sauce and craft burgers out of them, which is an arc to unsuspecting patrons. You know, this is just absolutely sickening. And there is an agenda to get us to eat human flesh. There is a sick agenda. And this individual, reading through the case, he is possessed. Definitely he is possessed. The article then go on to say, no one can tell the difference between pork and human flesh once you mix them together. And that is why people, you should not eat pork. Because time and time again, I come up with the same comparison that human flesh tastes like pork, right? People who had human flesh would describe it as having pork. I keep seeing that time and time again. There is something about the flesh of pork that really turns my stomach when people compare it to human flesh. Stay away from pork, please. It's not good for you. Stay away from it, right? And understand that there's a lot of sick people walking around. There's a lot of possessed people walking around. And they have some very perverted mind. And they will do some wicked, evil, twisted things. And here we have another evidence, another case to show you what is going on in this world. We need to stay in prayer and understand we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places. Let us pray and say, Glory be to the Most High.